Hi, you guys. Check my sound here. All right. Let me see here. What is this? Huh. Why does it show that? What is it showing? 1 minute. Weird. It's showing my screen. Now, how did I do that? Wait, let me close that out maybe. Okay, I think I fixed it. All right, hi you guys. Welcome back. Been working very hard to put apples to apples with Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughn. Anyone that knows my channel and has been following me since day one, I have been saying Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon Wells are together. They went and shared the same experience, and I'm sticking to it. I don't know any more information than you guys know, but I am definitely sticking to it. Welcome to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I am here specifically for the children, for those that, is this doing it again? The heck? For those that are here for any other reason other than for the children, that's not what this channel is about. Something's wrong with I can't open a particular screen. It's really weird. Welcome my members, my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed or would like to become a member, please do. It's a great way to support the channel. I have a really good stuff. I have given everything in to the authorities. People do ask me that all the time, but it never hurts for anyone that is watching to take screenshots and send it in and say, maybe, just sending it again and whatever, obviously in a nice way, nice gesture. They have been extremely polite over there. That's in Fruitland, and very open and amazing. Absolutely amazing. So what you're going to see here, I have sent in, but there are a few things here that I haven't yet, and that's only because it just showed up, and that's what happens. But it's nothing that would impede, or ruin the case, because what they have already is good enough. Yes, I'm gonna start. I have two PDFs, but the one I'm gonna start with, I believe, is much more important. It's really important to understand that this live right now is very important, because it is strictly about finding Michael Vaughn, Summer Moon Wells missing children. It's not about me showing, whatever in the eyeball. It's all there, you guys. Like here, this, we see these elements on this child. This video came from Sarah's TikToks. Everything that's in this presentation is from that girl Sarah, who is in jail right now for, I believe, for killing Michael Vaughn. I don't know. I don't understand really what is going on, but I've been giving them information and still, as of today, asking if I could go on site. This video comes from her TikToks, you guys. It's a video on her TikTok that shows this girl just running up to the camera and putting her hand on it. Now, the reason I took notice is because this looks like the Watts entrance. This entrance looks the same, the way it's split up, and the color of these walls we have seen before. You're correct. This is all familiar in different situations that I have. Thank you, One Way Street. And you guys, I can't open up my members thing. It's broken, but hi, members. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, I don't know. But I'm discussing and showing not just the elements, and all the elements are here, you guys. It's very important that the authorities see and recognize where to look. I gave information that they were very intrigued about. But this information I am showing right now, for any of the authorities that are listening, this comes from her TikTok video, and in the front of her TikTok video is this child's face. Now, I don't know, I don't know. Wait, eCam Live, current application, who she is, but she's on it. She's on this video. I will show it, just a little clip of it. That's the barbecue. Let's see, Sarah, because I have a very big presentation, but these photos show a significant amount of information. There are certain videos of hers that show information that could help with location. Okay? That's what's most important right now, you guys. So it's putting apples to apples together. Wait, doorway. That makes sense, so they could go dig there or cancel, or go look in the wall there, go look behind the wall, look between the walls, look between the way that the house is. I see that this is something that, again, was built between the walls. For instance, this is, first of all, this is a child. I believe that this is showing a hole in the ground, and that most of the information around her isn't quite real, but this comes from Sarah Ann's TikToks, and this happens to be someone that right now is in jail. And her information is very much like the Watts. This is what was on her surveillance camera of the video I will show. The interesting part to me, and I like I told the authorities, I'm like, it's not about finding, like when I send pictures, this person or someone who looks like a witch. There's items that are significant and they repeat over and over. This item repeats over and over. Those are the items that are going to help solve the case. This one here, which I will show you in the video, shows exactly what the Watts showed. Here's this section right here. I'll show you someone walks into it. Here you have the blue piece that shows up. And here it looks like there's a hole in the ground. So I said it's somewhere a hole in the ground. I sent information. I'm like, you will find it. And it has to do with gardening and soil. This young girl who I have my information on, someone walks by her and goes into this area where this blue thing is. It's right up here. I find that to be extremely important. Even though this is superimposed, this thing here is that maroon face that I show you in Adventures with Purpose. It comes out of the ground. It changes. It goes in and out. It moves. So it's things like this they could at least question about, you know? And this is something that is important. It's something that is very important. My presentation does go over all of this, but this is the video. Watch what happens when I stop. I'm going to show you the photos. Whenever I stop it, what appears are photos of Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughan. And what I'm going to show you is how they match. How this matches what I showed you yesterday. This video, you just have to here, I'll let it play out. This is her video. Okay? But when you start using your finger and pushing it, the information that shows helps solve the case. Because this is the only video that she has of someone that is actually clearly showing the elements on her body and clearly showing that this person changes. See this? She is coming out of the wall behind her where that little teeny blue thing is. This video, because I said to them, it's hidden. It's hidden where these people could go whenever they want to without anyone seeing that they're going there. This is not the same person that just went and put her hand on there. What she is wearing, keep in mind, what she is wearing are the elements in the Summer Moon Wells missing children's cases that I follow. So, you know, when I see someone has this on her body, and I also see it within the fishing boat, and I see it in Benny Keys, and I see it in My God, I even see it in Ryan Upchurch. Any of the people that I'm working with that I say to you guys have the elements. They're in this particular video of hers. Whatever these elements are, become part of the sacrifice. So what do they do with these elements? I don't know. I don't know. But when I push on this thing, this girl changes. There's more than one person she's showing. This lady, I'm putting out there are more than a handful of people that she has sacrificed. See, look at her body. They're not there. They're on her property. And she talks to them and she sings to them all day long. She truly believes in the cause of the resurrection. She truly believes she is, and I'm not one to say anyone's wrong or right. This is her truth. She truly believes that whatever has been done to these people, she is following what she's supposed to be doing to prepare for the new world. I don't know if you guys are listening to her videos or just looking at them. I spent the day listening and listening to her sing, and I could feel, and I do that because I could feel how she feels. And she is singing with her feelings. You know, she is in her brain singing to these children. Like, I truly think that she feels as if she's saving them. So I listened today, and that's how I get my information. And this is very clear for it is very clear what's on her videos, and this is the best one. They're having a problem digging, they're digging the backyard up, but what I gave them information that what to look for, because the items to look for to them will look like a normal everyday items in someone's backyard, or they're going to just look like a barbecue, or they're just going to look like a garden. They have to go in and get the sticks out of the garden. Like, there's certain things that have been placed in there that are very, very difficult unless you know the elements. The elements to me are really clear because I have made it my job. My job to be able to identify these elements with these little hearts so they could stop this from happening and have these people do things differently, and to stop the sacrifices and the awful pain that these kids are going through. So they're coming out. See there in the back. Let me show you. I'm going to take little pictures at a time. And then I'll show you my presentation. That back entrance by that blue thing, they walk. It's almost exactly like what they did with Summer Moon when she walked all the way in the back of their backyard for the dancing. But she's already in like the equipment. See the maroon with the white? But they're coming out of that little A-frame thing. So you see how that is part of the wall. It's connected as extra part of the wood. That's what the wells did, that same thing. This part, you guys, holds, I believe, the framing holds some sort of particular information right here. This piece here is part of it. You see, in that blue box, I'll show you, I have that blue box. It's the blue box that Summer said you watch for the blue box. Well, here's the blue box. I think that Summer may have had that blue box because I think that she went with Michael Vaughn. She kept saying the blue box. I'm like, why am I being told blue box? I never felt a blue box ever. It was a red box. Well, it's blue in this circumstance. And this area here is very important. Now, again, they have to ask, where is this? Because it's somewhere by the property. See, watch when she runs up. She actually has, see how she just disappears and then shows up? I'll show you the photos, but it's really nice to show the video, I feel, beforehand, because I feel as if it gives you guys more of a feeling of what I'm showing you. So these are different kids, you guys. She's holding that A thing. That A thing is around her. And she has the information on here. My goal is to have the authorities say, oh, wait a minute, I do see that frame looks really weird and odd. You know, maybe it, because the, watch it happens. Watch her fingers. See her fingers? And it's just a fake video is what it's just. And she's this is a surveillance tape that I just don't believe the authorities looked very close at, because it's filled with information. See? And at this, see how this looks like she's coming out of something, like there's no bottom. It's like she's got that inner tube thing around her that we find on many of the children. And I'm sure she doesn't have hair like that, but I look for, at this point, elements that, see how she changes? These are all different kids, just like Summer Moon. See? And I believe Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughn are in here. And this, she has the equipment all around her. And they're really quick. They're really quick. Pictures. I mean, it's not an easy thing to find, because I believe they seal it up with cement, and I think that I would be able to identify it if I was standing in front of it. Like, really identify it. If I could feel it through photos like I have. This is the Summer Moon Wells missing children story. This is all of them. She has them consistently running up, but they're all different. And that is, you could figure out what that is at the end. See how she has the heart, the stuff is on her. This one you could see the mask on her face. This is what Aaron Carter had on his face. Just the one I just basically showed a couple days ago. Here. And this is what Summer Moon Wells you guys had on her. This might as well be Summer Moon. I think it will come out that many of the cases that fall under Summer Moon Wells missing children are going to get peace. So to the authorities that don't understand what I mean about these long things on that they will find in the garden under the ground attached to a frame like this, these are metal and they're used. This here is what hangs from the bodies. It's those metal things with the hearts on the bottom. You could easily miss them if you don't know what you're looking for. And that's what will give DNA. But it's not, if you don't know what you're looking for, you know, it's tough. They're all different kids. So this, see how she has the fake, here she has the fake skin on her, and she has, the reason it keeps changing what she has on her, you guys, is because the child keeps changing. Just like when Summer Moon Wells twirled in a circle because she was dancing in the rain or swinging on the swing. This is more than one child. This is Michael Vaughn. If Michael Vaughn's case could be busted open, there are going to be others that are going to be able to get justice. See her finger with the A on it? They all will get justice, because the only way they'll get justice is if the story is told to be true. Like, I'm telling the story, but for it to be recognized as the truth, and all of the stuff stops that consistently fights against it and says it's not true, and that stops, and these children could get peace and get peace. So this is a lot of information in here. You see this. It will just keep changing faces. I didn't take all of these. I'm kind of happy I'm showing this to you because not a lot of this is in my presentation. These are all different kids, and they're covered in this stuff, you guys. I mean, all I'm doing, I'm not even playing it slow. All I'm doing is playing it, right? For anyone who just came in, this is that girl Sarah who's in jail. This is one of her TikToks that I selected because it showed a child and because it showed a hallway. And it shows to me this, here it is. This is the door they need to look for. So, oh, thank you, Judy. This here is showing that wherever they are running or whatever they're doing, what you see back here, you guys, is what they need to find. That's a doorway. You see, and it's closed in the walls. See what I mean? This, she is, has her head sticking out or something. I don't know. My body is very, very, very much focused within the areas in which the authorities could go get what they need to get. I don't need to keep showing, like, if anyone doesn't believe that this is true, all they got to do is go watch the 500 videos that I have, right? Right now, we have a captive audience that is looking for Michael Vaughn, and they have someone who only talks about the resurrection and only talks about Jesus coming to save everybody. She basically says she's doing this. I listened to it for the first time. That is a door that is covered in the maroon. That's a door, you guys. Do you see that? Right here is open space. It's not a hallway. They make it look as if she's running down to like a Ring doorbell. Well, this here, going in here, is a room, and this goes in here. This here looks like it's a doorway because she's connected to whatever is on this sliding maroon hidden door that keeps these kids from being found. The girl who is sitting in the jail could do that. These are her TikToks. And let me tell you something. She knows where this is. This is a very sacred space for her. And it's no joke for her. It's no joke, you guys. It's very real. It's very sacred. And the authorities need to go right here. This is not a doorbell. You see that? It's not a doorbell that she's running towards. And if you notice, what she has hanging on her is the same thing that Kylie Rodney, Summer Moon have hanging on them, and that's, I have two presentations, and what's hanging on her, let me see if I have it in, I do actually, it always winds up that way, it's great. What's hanging on her is what you all saw flying in the air, Kylie Rodney's stuff. Let me show you, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. I believe it's in this presentation. Yeah, it is. Here, let me just give you a little picture. This is from the Beast and Bunch. What's hanging on her are these little things. Why? Because the elements don't change. The elements don't change. This here is what's hanging on her. That is the maroon thing with the white stuff coming out. This is what this girl Sarah knows all about. And that thing that is in the doorway there is this. See? The elements don't change, you guys. It's always the maroon box with the white thing sticking out. And Sarah could blow the whole thing open if it's a very tough thing for her to do, because this is her purpose. If I could talk to her, listen, I did it with Arbana. I don't know what the items are, but this is clearly an inner tube around her. And that's fake. That's really a door. That's really a door is what it is. See, that's fake there. See how they just come and go? It's a doorway. There's the metal V. There's certain things I do like to capture. Wherever she is, she's in that room that she is surrounded by those number 5 boxes. So the ceiling and all that, the room is really white. You know, everything else is just a deep fake. This is on this poor little child. She's in the room where the other children are kept. And this is, if you look like right on top here, you guys, those are the white number 5s. Everything else could be deep faked. That's why I only follow my elements, because everything else is bullshit. And that's the reason they haven't found, the authorities haven't found anything, because they're not following the elements, only the elements. Why? Because the elements were so crazy, no one was listening. Well, guess what? They're now listening. They're listening when I say look for the sticks in the garden that are made of metal and they're round and they have this thing on it, and then look for the red tip. They're listening. You know? I'm not going to say, oh, go look. I believe they really should go look for that frame in that door right there. She is being sacrificed. And this video has been up for a while, and all I'm doing is clicking. There, click. There. That's it, you guys. This is I recorded this. You could only record it in one speed, and you could only record it in the regular speed because it's TikTok. And all I did was recorded this one in regular speed and just download it and just put my finger on it and just keep clicking it, and you're going to keep seeing all of the stuff that I've showed you that was on Summer Moon Wells. That is a skeleton face. That is an A. That is the maroon thing. This is exactly what I just showed you in the Beeston, back in the Beeston car. But I mean, it's everywhere. Those are the common elements. And these are not deep faked on there, you guys. These are on her. They're on her. They're not hanging around. They're on her. She is more in a room like this. She's in a room like this. See how that bright light and everything? She is in a room more like this. This is the room. So that makes sense to you. Because if I turned it, these are what I actually put down as what the rooms look like. It looks like the inside of the fake cars, yada, yada, yada. The only thing that stays consistent is the number 5 box, the light, the yellow, see the 5 box and the light and everything. This is all this is really what she's in, but these could be found very close to the home because they're not traveling far for this. They don't want to be followed. They don't want anyone watching over them, that's for sure. What she has on her is here. This is a good example. This is like the trophy she has on her here. Those are her trophies. This is what they put on this comes from the fishing pole. It matches, you guys. Same freaking thing. It's the same thing. That's what they put. Somehow this winds up on a fishing pole. And it's kind of like the same thing that they had behind Kylie Rodney when Checka TV is dressed like a woman. That's Kylie and that's Checka TV dressed like a woman. That is part of Kylie's trophy. However you want to slice and dice it. Summer Moon Wells. Candace loves showing it off in her kitchen. It was always lit up. It was lit up in Summer Moon Wells with Candace in the kitchen. That's Summer Moon Wells. This is her trophy. It's in the kitchen. This one is just, they're all the same. And she's got it on her, and they're ready to turn those into trophies. Look at her feet. Doesn't even make sense. Her feet don't even make sense, you guys. So, if you have a chance, just do as I'm doing. Look at, you could clearly, remember when I showed you back, yeah, look at the ceiling now. You could see the number 5 boxes starting to appear. The more you play with the video, the more it shows. But in the beginning, I showed you Harmony Montgomery's videos showed a lot. And they showed the people in the water with these things on their neck. It was like hard to see. This is as clear as can be. That's what Robin Lane had on her neck. This is what Jody Sue has on her neck. This girl, Sarah, is the key. She's the key. She probably holds the key. She does. She must. Because, this is everything I have been seeing and collecting for over a year. And I know everyone else has been, you're doing the same thing. But it's the people here I know understand look at that one. That's fake skin. Why? Because she is different people. She's covering up whatever equipment. Like, she's got all that stuff on her. This is what the authorities need to find. It's the mesh. The mesh is very important. See the mesh on her? That's the mesh. That's the fake skin. This could be Summer. She's holding her little things in her hands. Those are like, it's like barbed wire. I don't know what it is, but there's the blue box. I think in the Watts case, they fucked up. I mean, Look at her fake skin. I think all of this was at the front door and no one did anything. Like, I really think why they didn't, not on purpose, it's they didn't notice it to be evidence. Well, if this was in a garden, let's say, and this barbed wire and this shit was on the ground by the garden, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, there it is at all. See how she has, I'm going to show it again because for the authorities, I want to make sure. Look at the shoes she has on. They're for the purpose. So the authorities they'll understand. See, these are very thin wires. That's what needs to be found. Because even, let's say, the victims aren't there anymore, I am very positive that these sticks that I'm seeing over here can be found. And they're so focused on the soil that I would venture to think that what they did was remove shit like this instead of saying it's part right there in the bottom left-hand corner. That is something. Like this thing right here, whatever they're running, whatever this stuff is, it goes up the walls. Don Wells has it on his door frame. I'm like, okay, well, there's Summer Moon Wells's stuff. It's on his door frame. It matches. It matched Arden Papillon. It's the same. It was the same thing. It was the same thing. I'm gonna get to the presentation as soon as I show you something crazy that's in her video. There's a video when I see anything that has to do with a barbecue, and then I see a yellow bucket that I said, that bucket is Michael Vaughan's because it's with him in his in the videos with Summer. This thing here is a very important item. The other important item is this whole entire barbecue setup. How I know that, you guys, is because that critter that I haven't seen since Summer Moon Wells, I'm going to show it to you in the video, flies around the backyard and shows you where to, I think it's showing where this could be buried, because the little critter is doing the same thing that it did in Summer Moons. Let me find it in, it's hard to find. It moves around in the video I'm going to show you. Let me see if it's in here, this picture. Now I'm going to have to show you in the video. It's a heart. So the critter looks like this. It's a little heart. Can't see it well, but I'm going to show it to you. Okay. Close this out. I'm going to find that video. Barbecue. And then I'll go to my presentation, because this also would be important for the authorities to look at, because they're basically two videos that everything else is there's a lot going on, but there's the barbecue. The door. It's not, it's just a lot of things showing that yes, this is sacrifice, blah, 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 blah. Really, what's really the most important thing here is basically other room, location. Like basically finding it. Wait. Oh, barbecue. Okay, so I'll kind of try to stop it to show you, but watch this closely. See the critter? I'm going to show it to you. And watch what it does. It goes in circle. It's, you guys, I know it's not just a flake, and I know it's there on for a reason. It's right here. Watch where it goes against the fence, okay? It goes by that yellow bucket. Watch. See, it's a number 5. And then it's one of those green faces. I think it's showing where to look. See? Boom. So I'm going to stop it, and if in fact I'm true, this little critter is over here by their yellow bucket. And that yellow bucket also follows all the way to Summer Moon Wells's backyard on her swing. Don puts it up there. But that little guy, watch. See, he goes by that little guy goes by. Now, mind you, this is like a second barbecue. I don't know what this is. To me, this is part of the sacrifice, but it's going to this piece of equipment. It's like it's a second barbecue. In the past, this little critter guy has given me it gave me my first elements. It showed me the first elements. That I would be like, there's something foul, there's something flying around the video. And I couldn't understand until I started seeing elements, and the elements that little guy was flying around became extremely important in telling the story. So watch how it flies around this barbecue and back here by like wherever that fence, right there. Watch. I wonder if I could make it bigger. I'm not going to start messing with it. Okay, watch that little guy. Here it goes. He's by the barbecue, right there. I'm stopping it. It's this little dot. Okay? I'm telling you guys, it's how I've been watching these little guys. I saw it in Rosemary Bly's story, tells the whole story with it. It's right there. So I would say that section of the barbecue, if they could find that metal piece, is really important. I'm replaying it, you guys. That's what I'm doing. Now look at it back by the fence. It's back here by the yellow thing that's in Summer Moon Wells's too. Here he is. It turns green sometimes. In the other ones, it was clear. This one is pretty obvious. So if I were the authorities, I would look for this metal piece and this second barbecue. See how down here, it's a second barbecue. And wherever that mud is. And to find that yellow bucket. See? It's right over there. It's doing something over there. It's not my place to figure out what it does or blah, blah, blah. It's really just my place to point out things that I think will help the authorities to close this stuff up, right? And if I could show, something like this, they don't need to believe in a critter. They just need to go look for that. See on the bottom, that's an element. That little thing on the bottom was connected to Kylie Rodney's head. Let me show you. So what this is telling me is this is extremely important to find. Period. Period. This second barbecue is important. This little thing right here, you guys, is an element. It all is. There's the number 5. This is yeah. They need to look at the barbecue. See, it's like stuff like this that, oh God, I really wish I was there. Like, I just notice things because I've been looking at it for so long. So this little critter just flies around. I think showing the most important details of the case. That metal bar in the barbecue is important, and back by the fence right there, that section. So if I were to mark it off, this is what I would tell them to go look at. Wait, let me open this up. Oh, that one's cut off. Here. Come on. Oh, well, let's just pretend that the yellow thing is here. What I would tell them to do is look at this back here and find this piece. Okay, here. I would say that patch could be in the fence, but then there's that yellow thing there, and then find that second barbecue. Not even the barbecue maybe as much as it is what's down here, because that's what holds an element, is this thing here. So yeah, this little barbecue thing is, I'm sure he has more information than, see it? That's what I call a critter. And this, just looking, definitely, out of all the videos that I saw on her thing, these two were super important. They're super important. Now, I'm going to go to back this up with the PDF that has Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughn. The photos that you see here, this is what I do to videos that hold information in between frames. So what I did with this lady, Sarah, is I went to her Instagram or TikTok page and scrolled down while I videotaped. And this is what I got. I truly believe in my heart that we're looking at Summer and Michael. Michael looks very different than what you are used to. He has, wait, let me get the other one here. In her videos, in between her pieces, show the story about these children. She's telling a story where this, I have never seen it like this before. We have seen, you just saw it, a picture of someone, we don't know who it is, and this bottom picture has Michael Vaughn with the element on his head. There's a lot going on here. Point being, this is what she has. And it's even on the other side as well. He has it down in his head. It shows, look at his feet. His feet basically kind of really look like what we just saw that girl have her feet. Nobody else has copy like this. Look at his feet with the hearts and the chains on them. No one else has it but her. So, you know, we know something happened. We know what she did something. The story really needs to be held accountable. I believe that that is Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughn. I've never seen a picture like that underneath Michael Vaughn's head. I'll show you the video that I have. This is her video. When I look at the front page of her TikTok, this is what happens. This is what happens. And I feel in my intuitive heart, in my third eye, that this is Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughn. Just do. Just do. Look at his eye. This woman could bring it all home, you guys, in a way that I know that this is the story. I know that this is the Summer Moon missing children, and anyone else has been touched like this. This is their story. This is their journey. I would really love for her to say, yes, this is it. These two children aren't the same. They're being connected. Do you see the string between them? Crazy, right? Wait 1 second, I'm done. Wait 1 second. The string is right there. You guys, these two kids are together. You know, obviously everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, right? I have no proof or evidence or anything to be saying anything that I'm saying to be true. The yellow bucket I was just talking about that went with Michael Vaughan is you see it right here. It's actually on Summer. This is really what I would love to interview this girl. She's not crazy. This is what she feels is correct in her world. She's competent enough, I'm sure, to hold trial because this is her truth. This is her truth. I would love to interview her. It's not Michael Vaughan. It's our baby. This is them, you guys. She has pictures like this. I believe that is a Summer Moon Wells missing child. Wherever they're walking and wherever this picture is, I believe is a real location. How I could tell is because those sticks are the same goddamn sticks that are on the boat in Alaska. Those are the same kind of sticks. Those are the same sticks I'm telling them to look at. These are pictures of her in her videos. The picture to the left is the purest video that I've ever seen of the machine. And it has that metal V connected to it, but it's because it's part of the machine, right? This is the Summer Moon Wells missing children story, you guys. It's the machine. It's a person's head. This woman knows exactly where this is. I think in order to hear the story, it has to come from a kind place. Someone has to interview her that understands that this is her life and be empathetic to knowing that she was basically placed into this. It's the only way that the truth is going to come out. Because the truth to her isn't murder. You know what I'm saying? So to get the story, I'm not talking about, it's not up, I'm not the lawyer. I don't have to prove her innocent or guilty. It's the story I want her to hear and confirm. There's the little heart. So it's got to be some sort of empathetic, like really listening to the story. Like I really, really, really want to hear the story, you guys, from her. I have the children's story. I think that she could see it from the children's story. These are the children that are part of this. This is what it looks like. I believe that to be Summer Moon. I don't know why she put this stuff in her video. It's like she tried to make it look like it was in a different location, which we already know that doesn't matter. The location might be different, but the elements are the same. This is what it looks like. This is what the authorities want to know how to get here. You want to know how to get here. This child, what she has on her back, is like what I showed in the video yesterday of someone trying to carry it before they got sacrificed across the water. There is no difference between this and the man I showed you trying to walk with it. This. That's the same thing. I shouldn't say it's the same thing. Obviously, it's not exactly the same thing. It has the same purpose. Because that, she's got something on her back, obviously, and it's real. Let me see if I have got that one. See how the elements here are what I just showed you on Sarah? Do you see how this makes sense that goes in the water? Because this here is the final sacrifice. I don't know why this person put it up, but this here is what, let me show you the part that sticks out of the water. So this part here is what sticks out of the water in the Adventures with Purpose videos. Let me see. It would have been Sundays, maybe? Sundays? Let me see. That's, I don't even know what day it is anymore. Let me see if I have it in this. Yeah, I do. It kind of looks like a tent. Wait, let me see. Yep, here we go. So it could either be, so this here is that, right? So, oh my God, I don't know why that freaking does that. So frustrating. I have to take the whole thing out. That's that. It's that's those things on top that I say are in the water. And it also looks like this further away. So if it's smaller, like you don't know how big these things are because they change, right? Let me find the smaller one. Here's this that just shows the hearts. So those are just this is the hearts. See, these are the same. So somehow this guy really did show a sacrifice. I mean, this to me is the same thing. Same thing. Ooh, I go on a tangent. It's like, so me saying this is Summer Moon and Michael Vaughan really puts it out there. The lady shows a lot of information. Her name's Sarah, in her glasses. Now, even though I'm not focusing in on this, I'm showing this to you because it's the same as all the other ones that are in glasses. And she has it perfect. This is what they look like. So whoever she is or whatever she does, she could really help bring a lot of peace to the children by allowing others to hear how she sees the story, because it will give it credibility. Again, I'm not looking for her to discuss anything but the children. I believe this to be Summer Moon Wells. The picture changes to 3 different faces. Does that say help? Huh. I'll show you the video, you guys, but when you move the video, it to me shows Summer Moon. I don't know who these other kids are. But this is on her video. What is what does that say? Huh. What do you guys think that says? This picture, the way it was taken is, it doesn't look like this. Here, you actually could count off 1, 2, 3, 4 children, in which I believe this is Summer Moon. I do not know what this says. It looks like help, but that could just, oh, hell. We'll look at the video when we're done. Sarah, this girl Sarah, has a lot more information. Sarah is got this guy in here with her. That's Sarah, who looks like Jody Sue Brown, and Candace and Grandis. Has this guy in there next to a slaughter of sheep, maybe? I don't know. This guy, I don't know who he is, but this guy was on the same fishing boat that I said Ernie Shell was on. In fact, I'm the one that I was saying that Summer Moon Wells was on. If you see what this is a good example. So they look, if you guys think that they're similar, put a 1 in the chat. This picture of him on the boat is the same picture I have all my photos from, comes from one video about Summer. So this is in the background, right, of the boat. This stuff shows up in houses. It shows up in, see, right down here, this is the metal part. Yeah, like I think that these two faces, something is obviously going on. I don't know if those are rats. I have no idea. But these faces, it's the nose and the lips that I look at. Everything else is a little distorted. But if you look at the nose area and the lips, see how his lip goes in here and his lip goes in here? In the nose. So that could be a really interesting connection if the authorities find that to be true. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you very much. Here's just a few more things that are in her eyeballs. Those are not her eyes. Her eyes change to different people's eyes. They don't stay consistent. The eyes change as well as the faces that are showing through there. I see Jody Sue Brown. That's what I see. Period. I don't see anybody else but her. It doesn't necessarily mean she's in here, but these are different people that are getting sacrificed. Oh, you're right. It does look like Dolly. The authorities will figure it out. I'm sure that, you know, they'll go through everything. But her eyes have different faces in them. And the eyeballs shift with the face. See what I'm saying? The faces in them tell me that there's a lot more than Michael Vaughn. There's a lot more than just Michael Vaughn. And hopefully, see, this is see this face. Sometimes it's better if I put more than one next to each other. So you could see this face. They're all different. They're just all different. That's not going to help find anybody, but there's more than one person. I believe that she is sitting in the location, in the fake car. She is in a fake car. And what you see to the right with the blue and the maroon boxes, it's the same thing you see in everyone else's fake cars. It's all the same. This all's from her. It'll be very interesting if she decides to talk. Look at, she has a bone on her neck. Let me show you. Like there's I mean, she's just covered in so many elements. That's beside the point for me. The point is they need to look at the animals. They need to look at the dogs. They need to look at all these things. Look at her head is connected to something. See, the head is connected to that big heart and whatever is hanging in a wall. And what you see to the right is what I showed you in yesterday's videos of Sarah's. She shows the room. She shows the box. Wait. Oh, here it is. She shows the box. She shows, I think that she just, in order for her to speak, it's going to take a very soft, understanding voice. Or she's going to look at everything as a demon. Like she's really down deep into it. See, that's what's on her neck. So I wound up showing this stuff to you guys before. But now if you see that blue box, that blue thing, how it sticks out. And now you could really see that these are different people. This video, and I showed you these. See, look at her feet. Look at her feet. They have locks on their feet. Here, I'll blow it up for you guys, just so you could see it a little better. You have seen this on Summer. For those who have seen this in my videos, Summer Moon has the same kind of a shoe. Looks like a 5. And like I showed you before, you could see all the strings. That's a finger cutter. These are all pieces of equipment they could find. I went over this. This is what's covering them, is all of this stuff. She's not smiling. That's a deep fake, obviously. I went over this earlier. See the metal coming out of her head? This girl could really bust it open. The most important thing here is that blue thing, that blue box. This girl is going through a sacrifice. Whoever is with this group, it's not just one, is going through a horrific sacrifice. That's what it is. And it's going to be hundreds. I would like to know which children, the names of all the kids, like everybody else. Because there's not just one. There are many. That's that fake skin that they put on these kids. She's in a room. She's connected to whatever she's connected to. Looks like she's holding a baby. Unless I'm seeing things. Here, it just starts to get weird, you know? Once you start playing with the video for a while, things start to get really weird, and I'm really trying not to get involved in that, but that's what you're looking at is one of those nights that they do a sacrifice, you know? This is what you're looking at. And wherever that frame is super important to find. Whatever that frame is important. These guys know what they're doing. It's not going to be easy. Someone now here, a whole different face pops up. This is a very clear face. This is a clear face that I truly believe the authorities could put through facial recognition. Obviously, this person isn't even supposed to be there because it's just this girl running up to the camera and leaving. But in between these frames, this person's very clear face shows up. This could be recognized by the police because whoever this isn't supposed to be there. If you know what I mean? To me, this would be another missing child or another child that just is gone. And it's, the FBI could put that through facial recognition. Let me take a screenshot. Which I will make sure to send in, you guys. Don't you worry. I will. It's part of what I'm going to do. And let's see. And that's the back of her that I showed you. All the elements are hanging from her. The chair, the whole thing's hanging from her. This is all the stuff that I throw out to you guys, and I know and when I say, oh, I'm showing you because it's been shown to me, I'm showing you because this is what it is. Doesn't mean that I'm comfortable with it because it's hard stuff to it's hard stuff to even think of being true. You're like, well, how could that be stuck on her? Well, someone is putting it on her. This is part of the sacrifice. These are trophies that go on these kids. I personally think they go in the water with them, and then these pieces are found. These are pieces. Correct. It looks like the death chair. It's real. And these are the pieces that I believe Arbana told us all about it, and then she died. This is the entrance to the room. This is for the authorities to look at. Look at the bottom of the feet. Whatever this is, it disappears. So if the authorities were to look at this part of the video, this is the video of the girl knocking on the door. This part here tells you what's going on. That's the heart. And they're going into an entrance, a boxes. That's the number 5 boxes here. This isn't outside. This is in a room. This is in a room. This isn't outside. This is made for you to believe. But here they're in a room that's built like this. But when you walk in there, you're in the tunnel. You're in it. Like you're in the fucking hellhole. This is hellhole. Maybe that's what they said. Hell. This is hell. You're walking into hell. And then they're running back towards the camera and they're being videotaped. Hell is in here. And then they run back to the camera, and whoever's watching on the deep dark web that has access to that shit, they pay a lot of money for it. So it's not like they could go find it. What they could do is find the pieces, you know, find the elements. And then see if Sarah will tell you. Sarah knows where this is. This blue box here is what Summer Moon, I was doing a reading, and remember, I'm like, what the hell's with the blue box? This is the same blue box. This is Kylie Rodney's. This is the same blue box, and this is the same. This is being deep faked, but really what that is this. These here are the maroon boxes that we see everywhere. This one just happens to be Kylie Rodney's. This tent here is so fake. Let me show you something. That tent came from Ryan Up Church. This is how well I know my shit. Watch this. I could take telling you that the only thing I do is follow the elements, okay? So this element is to be true, the red, the blue, and see this metal bar here? And this metal bar. These are very important elements. When I say that the door frame is important, it's basically, I could basically go like this. I'm telling you, I know I'm right. This could go right there, and what you see inside there are the maroon boxes in here, just like you see the maroon boxes in there. That's why and everything is like a cookie cutter. These maroon boxes are right in here. Okay? Maybe I have to flip it because of the red box. Okay, wait, let me flip it. So when I say that that blue box is this blue thing, it goes like that. This might as well be in that. It's the same thing. The only thing that stays consistent are the elements. The blue box, the maroon boxes, the metal. This thing here is metal. They have to have it metal, and it goes right in here. Same thing. The same thing. Here's a great photo of showing what a small space that she's really in. See how she looks like she's sitting in a hole? It's like she's in a hole. Wait, let me grab it. So bright. Wait a minute. Did I crop it? Huh. I did. Okay, so let me explain something when I say they're down under. So you could sort of see she is in a narrow space, like between the walls. Okay? Because her body her body, I'm giving you just a reading, her body, it just barely fits between the walls. What sticks up from under the ground is this part of her body. These are walls, and see this? This is metal. This is a hole in the ground. Right here is a hole in the ground. Right here. This is metal. These are number 5 boxes. She is in the room, you guys. And they're pretty much closed in. See? They're pretty much closed in. And they're not going to get their answers by just digging in the mud. I'm hoping they'll find the tunnelway. That will help a lot. So where you see the other 2 photos, that's inside some underground tunnelway. And those things that are laying on the ground are just part of like what Zanime took out of the water. Wait a minute. B or A? A. Wait. Those things are the white pieces that are found in the water. This. What page here? Right in there. This is what we saw in the cabins with the wells, and this is what we see in the water. Zanime tried to get it. It was in Kylie Rodney's fake car. That is what I see. You may not see it on the ground in this room. They're on the ground of the room. Let's see. This is what I'm about to show you is a connection that you need to pay attention to. This is a hole in the ground. This is kind of like what I just showed you, right? It's this. It's this. Although the face looks different, this is the same situation, okay, you guys? It comes from the same video. So the hole is the same, but what is obviously changed is the face. The other thing that I could feel, it's the tightness in the room. Here I could feel the closeness of the walls. This is a space between 2 walls. This photo that's between these 2 walls that's sticking out of a hole in the ground, it's the same. That picture in the hole in the ground it's the same photo as what I showed you coming out of the bed frame. It's the same image, right? It's the same image. So the only difference between each of those slides, you guys, wait, do I not have all the right ones? Huh. They just have different babies with them or something. Like, this one that I'm pasting on here comes from the doorbell thing, right? That's that. And I said that's Michael. And this is Summer. This face and the information that is happening here is the same thing coming out of the hole in the ground. It's a hole. You see this? One is Michael and one is Summer. This is all taking place in the same place, same spot, same people, same purpose, all the same. The only thing that keeps changing is the location, the atmosphere, all of those details. They're trying to fake you out. They can't fake me out or this channel anymore because all I do is follow my elements and they match. This is Michael Vaughn. It's Michael Vaughn. That. And Summer Moon is on the other side. She has a different face that comes through. Oops. There you go. It's that little heart. And Michael Vaughn is actually in his picture. He's laying, it's the same space he's laying in. They just made it blue. Kylie Rodney's matches it also. The photo you see in front of you is from the party that they said she was at. It's from Poser Party. There is no difference on what they make Kylie Rodney look like as they did Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon and whoever else is in these photos. And there's the heart is even there. Same thing, you guys. This is this. And that is Kylie's. Oh, I was showing here how she is connected to her number 5 box, and it gets covered up, and when they're walking or whatever, it's difficult. It's difficult. Here's her number 5 box. And it goes around their body. This is what it looks like, guys. And it's in this girl's TikTok. Sarah's. So those are the sticks. See the sticks in her here with the hearts? Those are the sticks that it would probably help to find. Those sticks, I believe, are what's then put in the gardens. They definitely use it to put in the earth, in the ground, See? And you know how we've seen a picture of Summer's toe and there's like a hole in the middle of her big toe? Why it's like that is because they have to wear shoes like this. And it's somehow they use that as a entranceway, right? But that's why there's a hole. That's why you have a picture of her with that bloody foot and there's like a hole. It's because this is what these kids wear on their feet. It's probably they're replenishing the I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. You've seen all those. I showed you these. Here she has the face hanging in front of her, the maroon head. This room really needs to be found. We went through all that. This is strictly this is something that could be found. This is something that if they choose tomorrow to have her speak, they will find it. The other thing they need to look for is she somehow is bending down from outside, looking down into something. This is the only photo that I have of her showing the sun. The sun is behind her, right? This is the real blue sky. But she's looking down upon something. So what I would say is whatever those are that she's connected to, she's with all that shit in her head. These are important to find. This to me looks like a railing of some sort. See how those things are wrapped around the railing and there's like a metal stuff. It's again, they're on the property and if they could find it, awesome. This is something that's connected to her that is somewhere on her property. It's somewhere on her property. Showing you again how the eyes are they change to different people. And this is just the stuff that they do to the eyeballs. I've been looking at this for so long. And they're different people. It's just a way of communicating. But that's not going to help them tomorrow, right? That's not what's going to help them. Is that. I could fly through this one. I wanted to show you a few things. This was just for shits and giggles. This is the boat that I believe Summer Moon Wells was on, and I'm always looking at those boots. Always looking for a match for these boots, right? Do those boots are on either side, left and right? Candace Wells's boots, who just showed up at a church meeting. I just wanted to just put that out there because it always bothers me. This presentation I kind of went through. That's the guy that's with Sarah. I don't know if those are mice. I don't know what those are, like I said, but his face reminds me of either one of these people. And she really looks like Jody Sue Brown. Here's an indication in it, kind of what these underground little rooms will look like when they bust them open. They're small and they're in within frames of a frame. See how to the right, if you kind of see the top of the frame there, it's white. Almost like what I just showed you guys. This is very common. It's the frame outside, then there's metal, and then there's shit inside. It's very common. See, a white frame, and then there's stuff inside. This I did show you. I showed you guys a lot of stuff in the beginning. These are the, oh, this is, I didn't show. I did show this to you, but that on the right hand side is Benny's car. The inside of Benny's car, now, months later, really tells the story. He really has everything in there that is efficient. And over to the left is just I got that out of Ryan Upchurch's video. I don't know if people put shit in his stuff, but it's a perfect match. And it's also matched to Check-It TV's inside of his car. That's obviously not someone's car inside, but he has all these pieces in his car. He has them all in there. I wanted to show you that blue box. I've showed it. It's to the left. To the right are the baskets and all the other stuff I show you guys as far as maroon with white little pieces. I'm kind of flying through this because I feel like I'm repeating. This is a real thing that needs to be looked at. Between the videos of Adventures with Purpose and Deer Meat for Dinner, I have a lot of things that have been placed inside their videos. I'm not calling them out at all. They've got great stations. The information shows the information that was placed in their video, or whatever you want to call it. It tells the story of the summer moon while missing children. This part. I do believe that Arbana Papian, who told me the story, that the story was completely real. She sent me photos that I just recently went through again. I re-listened to her interview, and she was trying to tell me that those photos are evidence and to get them looked at. The room she showed me has all of these little white things with the hearts in it. The rooms, the pictures, I'll put that together a different time. She really showed me a lot of information. And to the left is from Check-It TV. These are just the little white boxes with the red hearts, right? I wanted to throw this in there again because the picture to the left is one of my very, very first photos from Appalachian Fairground. This photo, I remember all the shit I got for it. I took it. It was over the tunnel that everyone says, oh, that scary tunnel. I'm like, oh my God, there's stuff flying in the air over there. And I saved all the photos, and then everything started coming together. And I'm just recently now, I'm kind of feel like I've pulled everything in to review. I'm going through old photos. The photo to the right is MICHAELVAUGHAN, by the way. And the photo to the left I got in month 1 from Summer's pictures that they went to the water hole, but this one happened to be over the tunnel. Really matches nicely. The one to the right is Check-It TV, and that the one to the left is from this lady on Facebook's video. I don't know who she is, but I did reach out to her. For those that are new, thank you very much. I do have new subscribers. I wanted to put this out there, that when I say fake car, that's what Benny's fake car looks like. He's not really driving a car, obviously. He's inside one of those rooms. And to the left is Check-It TVs. They're pretty much the same. They both have like these doorways that, you know, on the top of their car, and just weird. I showed you that piece to the left. To the right is is one of the Beeson Bunch's sons. Really crazy. But it's part of the equipment. I do believe full-heartedly that these go together, and that girl Sarah's head is above the hole. The hole in the ground, or not in the ground, it's a hole in the like, well, maybe a hole in the ground, but it's definitely like an access way. It's an access way. There's something that's sticking. I just see it. You could see there's something that's sticking into the hole. But I feel like that's like a box that could be, let me show you. I feel like that's this box. Like representative of this, what we just showed you. Like whatever her head is on in Michael's, they have one of those. And yeah, and that's the same place. She really gave a lot of information. I went through this. It's the same. The other photo that I went through from Arbana were all the photos that she showed me of the sticks. I would not be surprised if her death was related to her speaking up, because this is her photo in that room, and now that I look back at it like I am, it shows all of the sticks and stuff that I'm telling the authorities to go get. Like, this is the setup. The one over to in the middle, you guys, is from Don Wells's shed. This one. With the medals, with the heart. Is this the same one? Maybe is this? Oh, that's the same one. I took the same one. Wait. Which one's from the shed? Oh, shit. This one is from Arden Papillon's photos of her looking for Arden. This one. I don't know where that one went from the shed. This is the same stuff that is sitting in this cabin. And it's the same stuff that gets pulled out of the water from the fishing boat. This is the stuff they could find. This is the stuff that was in Benet Ramsey case. This is the stuff that can be found. But you would never think that it has anything to do with anything. I believe this to be Kylie Rodney. Period. I think this is Kylie Rodney's sacrifice this night. And this is the car that she was in. And that is really her sitting outside at a party. And those are her trophies and elements, and this is her story. What you see to the left comes from Arbana's pictures. What you see to the right comes from the fishing boat. These two photos are holding the same information. This here is that. This here is what's on his face. This here is on the boat that I believe that to be Summer Moon Wells. These are the same things. And there's the blue. It's all the same. I went through this. The picture to the left is from Michael Vaughan's pictures. And the picture to the right is Summer sitting in that thing. It's a scooter. That's a scooter, you guys. They should really look for a scooter. This scooter is super important because I could tell you that Michael Vaughan was in that scooter. Something of his touched that scooter. I don't know. It's Summer on her scooter. And this is just a photo of Michael Vaughan's red scooter. Those are the same. Those are the same. So whatever she is on, whatever Summer Moon Wells is on, Michael Vaughan's is in the house somewhere. That's his. That's his. I've gone over these pieces. I need to find those pieces. I showed you this. It's Michael Vaughan. The picture to the right comes the same. That same stuff comes from Ryan Upchurch. This stuff just tells a story. This is urgent for them to look into. That's a front stoop of someone's house over there. There's a reason for it. And I showed these the other day. These are pictures of Michael that someone put up, and we've never seen him before. There's a head coming out of a basket. He's in some metal thing. He was not wearing this outfit when we saw him in the backyard. He's got all that stuff on his back. This is not Michael Vaughan. This is someone who has been captive for a very long time. This is someone that has one arm missing. This picture comes from Adventures with Purpose. They need to find shit like this. This is exactly what they need to look for. I'm flying through that. Oh, all of these are the same pieces. That's the fake. I truly believe that's the fake car all the way to the right. That comes from the inside of one of Ryan Upchurch's cars. I don't understand. Someone superimposed every goddamn freaking element in his car? Really? And it matches the Beastons. And then all the way to the left, I believe that to be Summer on the boat. That's a picture of a little girl on a boat. That's the boat from Alaska. How is it that Ryan's car could have all this shit put in it that matches? This here, it's in his car, are all the elements in the Kylie Rodney case, Summer Moon Wells, all of the cases. Those are the elements, you guys. Like, to me, you would just call it a day. The maroon boxes are behind it. I'm not saying this that he did this, but this is in his car. I don't, what's more to say other than this matches extremely well. I don't know what this is, but it's the maroon, it's the green, it's the white number 5 box. It's all those silly little pieces. It's all the pieces. It even has the chair. But I've tried really hard to have him answer. There's no answer, but this shit here stays in my presentation because these are all the same. And there's no way I'm going to take that shit out of the presentation, especially when it matches a little picture like this, where I believe it to be Summer Moon Wells. Surrounded by the pieces in the car. And in the pieces from the Beast and Bunch's back seat. Like, same thing. To the left comes from Ryan Upchurch's house, the house photos, and the one all the way to the right that now has the blue thing is Checka TV. It's all the same. That's Checka TV's fake car with the green thing and a hole in the ceiling. And that goes for the same thing in Benny's fake car. These are just fake cars. And they're like the same. They have the same stuff on them. This is where I believe those flat things get taken. Those flat white things with the hearts on them. This here is from Dylan Rounds. I still have Dylan Rounds in my group of kids. This to me is being whisked away on a truck. It's these things. It's the same thing. Taken away on a truck. What you see all the way to the right is that lady who I said has so many photos. Like her whole entire life is basically this. And she doesn't hide it. So it's those things. That comes from the Beast and Bunch. I had to look it up. They're in a park, and it's in the cabin of the park. I kept this in here because I got to look into this one. I believe that this thing moves. It looks like it's the tractor. But and there's our A's. All the same. So that's Kylie Rodney's car to the left. And these are supposedly that one girl's pictures that I got from someone. But all of her photos show the story as well. And that's my last photo in here. I believe that to be Summer Moon Wells. Those pictures are from the Wells photos. And you could see here that this little girl has all the same stuff on her I just showed you. She's the A. She's a little Summer Moon Wells. That's what she is. This is my last photo. I just really unloaded a massive amount of information. A lot, and a lot of this information is really important. It's not just me reading and listening to spirits and speaking to you. I am backing it up with a crucial information that shows constant elements that are connected and the same over and over and over. Look for these when you guys go through people's videos. Don't let YouTube creators steer your boat. Go where you want to go and listen to who you want to listen to. On that note, you guys, I am done. Thank you, my mods. Thank you. You're welcome, Lisa. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And thank you, Muffin Top, for putting all the donation information. I don't know how to put anything. I'll learn how to put that stuff out there. But people do send in it, and I do thank you. It means a lot. And have a good night. Enjoy your night. Enjoy being with family. Holiday time's coming up, and maybe tomorrow will make a difference. Thank you guys. God bless you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Good night.